in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I will discuss with you in this reaction video today is all this nonsense that's going on with P.Diddy about his allegedly, but he did it. But throwing himself upon, youngsters. And I'm going to cover a little bit of this Beyonce fiasco that's going on as well. But first, let me get into a victim of P. Diddy. We're going to cover that first. So let me go ahead and show it to you. Give me a second. I'll put it on your screen. Hope y'all doing all right this morning. Give me a second, y'all. Boom. I want you to check out what this lady has to say. She is a former girlfriend of P. Diddy, and she's going to share her experience of what it's like being with Diddy.
I know you had mentioned there was pictures of girls that you found, like naked photos of girls and stuff, like while you guys were together.
Like his nanny or whatever, her name was like Nikki. I saw like her sending him pictures of her vagina to his phone, and I asked him, and he was like, well, what do you expect? You're fucking with a rock star. Like
Yeah, I get what he's trying to say, but at the same time, P. Diddy was a man who thought he had absolute power. And like they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what it is. This man was untouchable for almost 20 years. One of the biggest names on the planet, not just America, but on the planet. Was able to do anything he wanted. Think about how you see yourself to the point where you know that you're doing illegal activities, bringing in youngsters so that you can force yourself upon them after doping them up and stuff like that, and abandoning them and dropping them off when they're unconscious and stuff, and do this in the public eye under the guise of it's a party, bringing in some of the biggest names in Hollywood, the biggest names of entertainment. And you're just doing this over and over and over again. And this man, in my opinion, has something to do with Tupac being unalived and Biggie Smalls being unalived. And there's a lot of other things that have come out recently from other cases where Puffy was implicated in being the one who put the bounty on Pac for $1 million. And it's also mentioned in Kim Porter's book, which was P. Diddy's dead baby mama and wife. So you got to check that out. Anyway, let's keep going.
That's what he would say to me. But then I would watch him like treat other women better than he treat me. I never had a man put his hands on me. So it's like he put his hands on me and made me feel like it was always like a push and pull with him. It's like he would pull me close to him and push me away at the same time, which confused me.
Now, let's keep it real, man. You can't make me feel sorry for her. This woman knew. She knew what she was dealing with. See, a lot of women, like I've said in other videos before, they will put up with abuse if it means there's a payoff in it. She's messing with one of the most richest, powerful people in the world in entertainment. She already knew that man gonna be having other women other than her. She knew that. Nobody. If I become a famous guy and I be single and then I start dating you, I'm telling you straight up, I'm gonna have more than one woman. I'm telling you right now. You know what I mean? Now the thing is, man, she was taking those ass whippings because the price of those ass whippings was a particular lifestyle that she wanted. All right. And this is no excuse to be a domestically violent person. But we got to be real here. All them crocodile tears. I can't stand when a woman do a crocodile tear. I mean, there's no real tears coming out her eyeballs. She just doing the motion like, he hit me. I can't believe. But no tears anywhere. That's a fake, okay? She's just trying to get your sympathy and your empathy so now you can go buy her book, because I guarantee you she's going to write a book. These hoes be flipping pain. Like people be flipping houses, they be flipping pain in situations and stuff and be trying to get money any kind of way. Any kind of way. Now let's keep going with this right here. Listen to this gentleman.
Watch what he says about Kim Porter.
My name is Mark Curry. You know, I'm a former bad boy recording artist. A lot of people, you know, I made a lot of hits for Puff. How do you feel about these lawsuits accusing Diddy of abuse? What do you think about that? You knowing Diddy, do you think he's capable of doing that, man? Do I think he have? I think he's very capable of doing it. It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, you know, what makes him. I seen fights between, when he have an argument, fight with a female, whatever it may be. I seen it with my own friends. But sometimes you say, you know, we all go through things, but once you have a sign of doing it over and over and over again, that's when it becomes a problem. You be like, so every relationship that you get in, you're violent in them. I was around when Cassie was there. I knew Kim Porter before I knew Puff. I met Misa, but you know, it was a history. When you have a history of the same thing, man, it becomes a problem. Speaking of Kim Porter, because you knew Kim Porter, is it true that Diddy broke her nose? Bust her nose, man. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity.
This man was wiretapping his wife, abusing women. See, there's been multiple stories of Diddy doing this stuff. Now, let me tell you something. Some people will lie on you, right? But if 100 people lying on you and you're only around 100 people, let's say 99 or 98, 98 people is lying on you or saying the same thing about you, and you're always around these 100 people, but 98 is saying this, you did it. I don't care what you say. You did it, man. You know what I mean? Everybody. Now notice, man, nobody's coming out to help him. When it came to R. Kelly in that situation that he went through, you do realize that people came to that man's defense, even though they said he was throwing himself upon youngsters, right? And keeping people against their will. He even had a fan bail him out the first time because he was broke for $100,000 and he went back to jail again. But to be honest with you, at least there were people trying to speak out. I think Tank did and stuff like that for R. Kelly. Now, I'm not saying if he is a pedo, whatever, that's okay. Now, I'm just saying that as a point that people did come to R. Kelly's defense. With P. Diddy, ain't nobody saying nothing. That lets you know that there are a lot of guilty people involved and that this actually did happen, okay? A lot of people. All these people that said, I love Diddy. All them Taco Bell commercials where they came to Taco Bell came to Diddy. And he said, well, the best way to get people to go to Taco Bell is just tell them Diddy said Taco Bell is open at 2 o'clock. No one is coming, and it's not because they're distancing themselves from the allegations. They are distancing themselves because of the participation of the things that are alleged that they was involved in. That's what I believe. That's what I really believe. And I've been telling you, Jay-Z and them, it's gonna be Jay-Z. It's gonna be some Beyonce. I've been saying this when it first started. It's gonna be a lot of movers and shakers. That Mary J. Blige. It's gonna be a lot of people coming out, man. You're gonna be surprised. Your favorite rapper is gonna be indicated in this stuff. Now I want to show you how Diddy was using Superhead, how they used to just pass women along like they were like, dogs or something like that, or cigars like that, like it wasn't nothing, which I understand when you're a baller, but it speaks to the corruption and the immorality of Diddy. Let's keep going.
Now, if y'all haven't heard yet, ex-video vixen Corinne Steffens, this woman right here, is claiming she was once gifted to P. Diddy for one of his freak-off parties by Irv Gotti. Now, to y'all younger generation or people who live up under a rock, Corinne Steffens, aka Superhead, is an ex-video vixen who is best known for her book that she released called Confessions of a Video Vixen, where she talks about her life and her time working in the music industry as a video vixen, where she also name drops hella celebrities that she messed around with, such as...
If you don't know who Superhead is, go to Corn Hub. And I'm going to tell you, once you see what she can do, you're going to wish one day you meet women like her.
As the late and great DMX, Ja Rule, Jay-Z, OG rapper Kool G Rap, Lil Wayne, Shaq, and a lot more others. Now let me tell you this, she got the name Superhead because word on the street, she is a throat goat. Man, listen, it is said that her head is so good that every man she ever came across now has permanent curled toes, and to this day, they all walking around with balled up toes in their shoes, and I ain't lying. Man, it is even said that she's the reason why Shaq's career eventually fell off. Because after she got her hands on him, he couldn't play basketball no more because his toes was balled up in those weak ass Shaqs, so it stopped him from playing at an all-time high. And I can't even lie if I wanted to. I need some shit like that. But back to the news though, because according to her in 2001, after Diddy broke up with Jennifer Lopez, she claims around this time while she was in a limo with Irv Gotti and Ja Rule, popping pills and drinking champagne, Diddy pulled up next to them and told Irv Gotti he wanted her, and she claims because of this, Irv Gotti gifted her to Diddy for one of his freak-off parties. Now, also according to her, she doesn't consider herself a victim of Diddy's because she voluntarily went by herself. But she also claims that when she got to Diddy's freak-off party, she witnessed topless women walking around with angel wing costumes, passing around champagne and drugs to the guests, and while she was also at the party, she witnessed groups of people having group sex in some of Diddy's bathrooms, and she also describes the parties as being very intense. Now, to me, I can believe everything she is saying because back in the day, she got around so much that she wrote 2 books about her time in the industry and all the men she slept with. But what's y'all's opinion? Y'all think she telling the truth, or y'all think
In her case, man, I kind of think she is because she did get around, boy. Everyone knew about her. Everybody was messing with that woman. And Mr. Marcus brought her out to the scene. If you don't know who Mr. Marcus is, do your research, man. He's one of the adult entertainers, man, who introduced her to the world because she was an adult actress, man. And she was doing her thing, bro. She been with everybody, man. You dig what I'm saying? Now, what I'm going to show you right now is the pushback that Beyonce is getting, okay? Beyonce, people are separating themselves, and I'm not talking about real celebrity. I'm talking about regular people like you and I are leaving her alone because they truly believe that she had something to do with these freak-offs that Diddy was having with P. Diddy. And I feel the same way. Now, on H-Town, before she really blew up, her and Megan, I gotta say it, allegedly, man, that was some of the biggest hoes there was out here, bro. Especially Megan. That woman had a reputation, man. And man, y'all keep thinking that she just, they come from these cities, man, and people know them. She used to go up there to Pearland. Well, you probably don't know what Pearland at, old Megan Thee Stallion. But anyway, long story short, let me put this on the screen and read it to you. This is facts, right? According to Tare Post, Beyonce has lost not a little, but a full 4 million followers on Instagram. The reason is Diddy and his scandal. Beyonce and Jay-Z are close friends and collaborators in Diddy's music business. Social networks have exploded in accusations against the famous and richest showbiz couple. Can you dig it? Okay, so I just want to give you that proof first, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to a clip about that. Give me a second, I'll put it on the screen for you. Boy, Cat Williams told you this gonna come out early this year. Y'all laughing at his ass. No. So far, everything this man done said is the truth. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and get it.
Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z are currently the most unfollowed people all across social media, and all of their fans are starting to turn against them. I am not kidding, just in the past few days, Jay-Z along with Beyonce have lost over 4 million followers each all across social media, and this is because Jay-Z was very close friends with P.Diddy, and as all of you likely know by now,
You know what that means? Even if he did not have something to do with it, which I strongly believe him and his wife did, the fact that he hung around Diddy so much, the video, go to these parties, he had to know what was going on. There's no way, because this man stayed throughout the parties they were saying. Even if he didn't participate, which I think he did in some way, he had an idea. No, he experienced what was going on. You see, he ain't trying to help his homeboy. But Jay's a snake any damn way, man. He's a very successful. I admire his business sense. He is a great example of ruthlessness and how ruthless you got to be this rich. So I tip my hat out to him for his business. I ain't gonna lie, man. It takes a certain type of character of a man to get to where he at. Even with Oprah, you have to be willing to step on people to get to that top if you're not born with that, if you're not born with privilege, if you get it from the mud, it's no other way. I believe that. So for that, I can applaud him because a part of me like the ruthlessness of it. I do. But at the same time, he's a snake. I don't know if that makes sense and stuff. You know what I mean? But man, also, he's the reason why R. Kelly got locked up. If you didn't know, that show, Surviving R. Kelly, was sponsored and paid by Jay-Z. Didn't know that, did you? Go look it up. I might cover that for you. And him and R. Kelly had beef before. Ooh, I might go ahead and make a show about that for y'all.
Diddy was recently arrested for doing very horrible things, and a lot of people think Jay-Z and Beyonce were involved. Now, at this time, it is not 100% confirmed that Jay-Z and Beyonce even knew about or were even involved with the horrible things that Diddy was doing behind the scenes, but a lot of people are just starting to speculate just because Jay-Z was extremely close friends with Diddy, he likely knew about it, and because Beyonce is married to Jay-Z, she likely knew about it as well. I guess we really are going to have to wait and see if Beyonce and Jay-Z were truly involved with the horrible things Diddy was doing behind the scenes, but some people don't want to wait and automatically just think that they were involved to begin with. So this is definitely a very interesting situation, and this is exactly why Jay-Z and Beyonce are currently the most unfollowed people all across social media.
Good God. Put my James Brown on you. God. All right. I got some more for you. I'm going to show you how one of the most powerful men in Hollywood is associated with him, and they think that he has something to do with these parties too. One of the operators of, I think, Universal Music Group and Universal Pictures. Let me put on the screen for you. Figure out with me. All right, check it out. Check it out. Let's get it.
I never thought these words would come out my mouth, but Candace Owens is onto something, and that did not feel comfortable at all. So Candace says the reason mainstream news is not picking up this lawsuit, is not paying attention to Diddy at all, is because of this man right here, Lucian Grandage. He is one of the most powerful men in Hollywood and music. And he been up in Diddy's room. So this man right here is Sir Lucian Charles Grandage. He's been the CEO of Universal Music Group since 2010, so you know he done seen some shit. So I had to go to the damn documents. I had to see if this man was actually named, and he is. As you can see, it says Lucian Charles Grandage, and it also says Universal Music Group. On top of that, it says Ethiopia. I cannot fuck up her last name. I refuse to. But she was also a big person in Universal Music Group. And then Christina Coramham, Lord forgive. But she was like Diddy's second hand. And here on page 4, they are all listed by name and picture and description. So this is messed up. So if you go down to page 28 of the lawsuit, everything is up in this bad boy. So let me just read a little bit and you can pause to read the rest. Defendant Grandage sponsored and attended several Love album listening parties at Mr. Combs' home in Los Angeles, California. These parties were sponsored by defendants Mr. L.R., which I don't know who that is, and UMG, which is Universal Music Group. As evidence above, the parties had ex-workers, I can't say the word, and underage girls present. During these parties, defendant Grandage knew or should have known Mr. Combs was drugging the attendees through laced bottles of Dalan tequila and Ciroc vodka. He was using
It's drugging people, boy, to get that booty.
And Ciroc vodka. He was using his own shit. Baby, this is bad. Baby, I found tea at the bottom. So if you read this little note at the bottom, it will tell you why UNG removed their music from TikTok and who is actually to blame. I just want to throw that. Baby, there are more pages you can pause to read, but basically it's that this man knew about all the parties. This man was around all of this. This man never stopped anything. This man, nor Christina, nor Ethiopia had stopped anything that was happening. They let Diddy run wild. And that's why they are being mentioned in this lawsuit. And I guess this is why people are not making it bigger than social media, because I have not really seen this lawsuit in mainstream media, like Fox, like CNN, none of that stuff really. But baby, this is getting bigger.
Maybe. Let me play one more thing. You know what I mean? Because allegedly, good old P.Diddy was trying to bust them youngsters back up from teenagers to all the way to 9-year-olds something. Yeah, that's sad. That's sickening, man. But I got to do it. And he's in the wrong. He got the wrong lawyer on his ass. This lawyer right here is a well-known lawyer in Houston, boy. I mean, high-profile cases, man. Hardly ever lose them, meet them. Boy, he finna catch hell with this lawyer. I'm tell you that written now. You know what I mean? So, woo. Diddy gone, y'all. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no parole. He gonna be sitting in that jail until trial, and down there in Brooklyn, I believe, it can take up to a year before he can even get to the trial. He gone. They throwing so much stuff against the wall, something gonna stick, okay? He ain't coming back. His life is over with. It's done. Get on out of here, okay? He told you he wasn't gonna stop, but he stopped. Go ahead and play this part here.
Our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. And I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
9 years old. Diddy was busy, boy. That's sick, boy. That was sick, boy. That's very sick. And he goes on further talking about it was also some other minors and stuff, but you get the picture. I thought that would be the best part of that video to show you that when you are a predator, you are a hell of a predator for life. Boy, it's crazy, man. Well, anyway, you let me know what you think about this. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. You take it easy now, you hear?